Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ZN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price movement broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price. And in this situation, makes mapping out a very logical question quite straightforward. And that question revolves around the fact that today the bulls made a very nice bounce. I can't imagine anybody sitting around and saying that from where the price was there to where it ultimately closed, that this wasn't a nice bounce. I think everybody would agree with that. But that does lead to the very valid and logical question, but is there any sort of true power behind this bounce? Is there any sort of genuine strength, or is this just some sort of knee-jerk reaction dead cat bounce? I have no idea, but like I said, by using charts, we can make answering that question very straightforward. And in my mind, it all revolves around a single point, and that point on the chart is down here at the $3.75 area. Why is $3.75 so important? Well, hopefully we can all agree on the logic that bounces that are truly bounces are going to keep on bouncing. Or in other words, the price is going to keep on making progress forward. The price is not going to go back to where it was. I'm assuming you're saying, hey, thanks, Captain Obvious. Of course, if a price movement has true power, or if a bounce is truly a bounce, it's not going to go back to where it was, because that would be a contradiction. Exactly. So with that in mind, think about $3.75. Any sort of closes below it, or worse yet, the price separates to the downside. What would that be doing to the price? That would literally be putting the price right back inside of that range where it already was. Again, going back, not a sign of true strength. Whereas let's say the price, not saying this will happen, but pulls back and then does something like this. What would you have in this situation? Well, you'd have a set of lows right there. You'd have that set of lows down there. If you picture each one of those as stair steps, well, hey, now you have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And again, that's the name of the game. That's what a bounce is going to do. It's going to make progress over time. And in this situation, I'm defining and quantifying the statement make progress as $3.75. Now, what about areas of resistance? Pretty straightforward at this point in time. It's all about the pink line right there, which is the famous 200 period simple moving average. Even if you just have a surface deep understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 200 period, and you know that when the price is below it, it does tend to act as resistance. So that'll be public enemy number one going into next week. So no doubt about it, though, very nice bounce today. Now things just transition to the question of, can the bulls build upon this momentum and bounce next week? We shall see. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.